Oh, hey guys, there's been a few fires recently. I expected them all winter and it didn't happen, but as it started to get a little bit warmer outside, vacant homes are starting to burn in Clarksburg again. There's always comments on Facebook that the city needs to knock these houses down. There's 847 homes in the city of Clarksburg. The city could knock 50 of them down or 100 of them down this year, and there's still hundreds for the vagrants to run into. That's actually what happens. Someone witnessed vagrants run out of the house that burned down on Milford Street a couple years ago into a neighboring vacant house. At the current rate of demolition, it would take over 21 years to get through the list. That's not counting homes that become vacant as our population shrinks. There's a better way. You can board up 25 homes for the cost of one demolition. Fire demolitions are even more expensive because the debris has to be put in a toxic waste landfill. You can get about 60 to 75 homes boarded up for the cost of one fire demolition. Back in the 2021 election, Brett Imperial suggested a city hire a small team of 3 to 4 people that drive around, identify, board up, and maintain the boarding on all the vacant houses in Clarksburg. It could take a couple years to get through them all, but the result would be safer, faster. We would be safer as a community. Now, homes just burned up on Washington Avenue recently, and allegedly they were boarded, but the boarding looks like this. And that does not look like this. Now, granted, that second building is kind of a nice building. It's been well maintained. It's been fixed up over the last couple of years. But I can drive all around the city of Dayton and find home after home after home that looks like it came straight out of Clarksburg. But it's boarded up. It's secure. It doesn't have vagrants living in it. There are standards in the International Building Code for the boarding of houses. As a city, we've adopted the International Boarding Code. All we have to do is follow our own rules. Basically, you need minimum of 3/4 inch plywood or OSB board, cut out to fit the openings in the wall, whether it's windows or doors, secured by carriage bolts to a crossbar on the inside of the house. If that's done, it's very hard to break into houses. It's not impossible, but it's hard. Ashley Marinero has been complaining about these houses on Washington Avenue for 2 years. As far as I know, only Jerry Riffle and Will Hyman even acknowledged her. Jimmy Marino may have got back to her months later about something, probably after Will brought it up. Why? These homes had open drug activity, likely prostitution activity, going on, and they were clearly visible from WI Middle School. Kids had to look at that all day. The doors were broken open. There were dead animals laying around, trash piled up, and nothing was done. It's across the street from the Board of Education on the other side, and from Pierpont Technical and Community College, which has a preschool. There are people complaining they don't feel safe walking out to the parking lot at Pierpont because of those houses. They burn. For all I know, the neighbors burn them down just to get rid of them. It's not outside the realm of possibility. It's behind the fire department. It's 2 blocks over from the courthouse. Why has this happened? Well, some of the people on council feel like you owe them a favor if they have to do their job. They've actually said it out loud to me or put it in writing. And others are just, they're kind of politicians. They prefer working for people who they know vote and will vote for them. That's why there's council meeting, a house in Staley keeps getting brought up over and over again. And the city engineer says there's nothing wrong with that house. Legally, I cannot demolish it. But the neighbor wants it gone. The neighbor votes. Politicians know they'll probably vote for me if I get rid of this house, and that's what they're focused on. Never mind, we could board up secure 25 houses for the cost of that. If that doesn't change, if we don't start doing what's most cost efficient and effective and helps the most people, we're just going to continue dumping hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on demolitions and not be any safer for it. Holler at you later.